Okay, we're live now.
Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Dale Stefancic, and I want to welcome everybody to this live webinar. The featured expert in the world of lead generation, if I may call her one. I know she'll kind of shy away from the term expert, but she truly has become a valuable commodity with me and my business. I've hired her as a coach. She's extremely good with social media platforms, particular in respect to tonight's trainings with Facebook. So again, I appreciate everybody's time today. You're going to learn some great things about Facebook, how it can be a lead generator for you, how it can also develop traffic to your website. So without any further ado, I want to introduce Linda Bama, who's generated over 7,000 leads through social media herself. She's very good at what she does, so have a pen and a paper and a notepad out, take great notes. I think you're going to be open up to some really good things. So Linda, I want to welcome you to the webinar tonight, and thank you for your time and energy that you're going to spend with the group today. So I'm going to turn this over to you.
Thanks, Dale. Thanks for the kind words, and welcome everybody that's come on. I appreciate you coming out tonight, taking your time. For those of you who don't know me, I am an entrepreneur, and I didn't do a bunch of PowerPoint slides because I'd rather spend time showing you some stuff on Facebook than talk about me. But I did start looking to make money online in 2011 after I lost my job, and it was around July 2012. I kind of just fell on Facebook and met the first group of people that I met on Facebook. They're not the same people that I'm running around with now. Most of them are gone. And then in 2013, a lot of us are involved with the marketing system. I joined that, and that's where I really learned how to market and recruit. And if you want to make money online, you've got to learn how to market and recruit. And some of these things we're going to show you tonight that I've done on Facebook. I've generated thousands of leads, most of them for free off of Facebook. You can do the same thing. I've built an audience that you can do that too. But I do want to emphasize, anything that I'm showing you, you're going to have to do it consistently. You can't just do it a couple times and then expect to get results, because this is over. I don't believe in doing something for 90 days and then all this magic's going to happen. I like to measure things out in 90 days to kind of see where you are, because a lot of this stuff, I've done it for longer than 90 days. So keep that in mind. Even if you take one thing that I show you tonight and you start doing it consistently, I'm confident that you'll start getting some results. So depending on if you're looking for lead generation, if you're looking to build a network, or just to meet people, because I've built an audience now on Facebook through some of these things I'm going to show you, and you can do the same thing. So I'm going to screen share and go over to Facebook and go to my, I'm going to start with my profile page to show you. Dale, can you see my page?
I can, Linda.
Okay. This is my personal profile, and I want to just make some clarifications. If you're going to do any kind of networking or anything in the groups, you've got to have a profile. You can't do this off your fan page. Your fan page, if you want to get into paid traffic, that's another topic, but this is all off your profile. And if you're new, you want to optimize your page. You want to have a picture of yourself. You don't want to have one of your dog or a logo or something. And up here, this is real estate, and you can see here, this is a bomb that people tease me about my last name. So I thought this was, do something that's appropriate, that you can get people to comment with. This is real estate that people will see. Over here in your intro, you want to put some information about yourself. I have here, this is a link to my fan page. You can go in here and you can edit this and put this stuff in there, that when people do come to your page, they can see this. And then it'll take the people right over to your fan page, which you want to set that up to optimize it as much as you can, because you can get some traffic over there. And I actually have more going on my profile than I do on my fan page. A fan page is a lot harder to build up. But over here, you want to, if you click on this little down arrow and go to settings, I want to show you where it comes over here. It says followers. If you click this, you have two choices. You have everybody and friends. You want to set yours on everybody, because one of the things I'm going to show you about following people, your follow button will show up to people when they come to your page. And the reason that's important is you want to leave your page and you want to leave it open for other people to meet you. You're going to be closing yourself out for meeting people. So you want to make sure that you've got those set like that. Because one of the things that I do, if we come over here, I'm going to go to, if you don't know Kai Low, you can Google him. He is a Facebook expert, and I follow him quite a bit. And he actually lives near me. I live outside Philadelphia. He lives in Philadelphia. But if you go down and you look at his posts, this guy's got tons of engagement on his page. He's got 92 people like that. Actually, that's a small number for him. This one has 238 people liked it. If you click on this, what it does is it brings up all the people that like it. A lot of these people I'm already friends with, but this is something I've done, and I don't spend more than like 20 or 30 minutes a day. And if you start doing this, I'll show you, you'll be activating people to you. And I go through, you want to look for people that you have mutual friends with. If I hover over her name, I'm not following her, so I want to follow her. And what that does is she gets a message from Facebook that I'm following her. And if you go through and you do, like, say, 30 people a day, not everybody's going to come over and check you out. But if you're doing this every day, I guarantee you're following, say, 30 people, 1 or 2 of them are going to start coming over and checking you out. They come down your timeline. Some of them will message you. That's all. This is all I'm doing. You just follow them. And you will look for people who you have mutual friends with. If you're new and you don't have any, what I would suggest you do is, say, I would go over to this guy. I would take a look at his profile and see, I mean, you're looking for active people because, you know, you can be connecting with people. All right, my page is frozen. Let's go out of this. You're looking for active people that are going to respond. All right, let's find something else. Let's get back to his page. Will respond back to you. Because if you're connecting with people, not everybody is going to contact you back. But just kind of, you know, the means of what we're doing here. So you want to go to their page and look like, when was the last time they posted? Was it in 24 hours or 48 hours? And they're probably somebody you want to connect with. Okay, I'm following her. Let's see. And what I do is I just go through, I'm looking for posts, and you can go through your news feed and see which ones have engagement. You can like them and comment them on yourself. Just, you know, if there's something that you feel you want to comment on, go ahead. Just don't do it for the sake of it. Do it like you would, you know, just like if you're talking to people, but it's just we're on Facebook. But I'll go through now. I'm not following her.
Hey, Linda.
Yeah.
If I can just add something here, just so
sure,
everybody kind of understands this exchange that you're going through and identifying, you know, people that you think are posting regular and having engagement in the Facebook platform. Obviously, if they come back to your page, you want to make sure you have something relevant and some type of value that they see that causes them to engage with your Facebook.
Right.
And hopefully click one of your links, and when they do that, you've generated a lead.
Right. And and that's a good point that Dale was talking about. And let me show you, just kind of leading into that, what Dale's talking about. Because, you know, I just posted this about the webinar, and another thing. And I did this post about 6 hours or so. But let me show you, and this just happened today. I did this, and this woman, she commented on it. And then I noticed when I was going down my page, she's been commenting and liking stuff on my page. I don't really know who she is, but I'll show you what I did. And this ended up, I got a lead out of it. Now she's like, she posts again there. And here she is. This is the 3rd time she's posted here. And now she's saying, feed me more. And she tagged me. So what I did was I have tons on my newsletter. You know, PM me your email and address, and I'll add you. Well, some people don't like to put it here, but she gave me her email address, and I put her on my newsletter. I generated a lead, and this is the kind of stuff that happens when you're doing this. And then she did end up, she private messaged me, and we chatted for a little bit. That's the first conversation that I had from her, but going down, noticing that she commented 3 times on 3 different posts, and I suggest, you do kind of an 80-20 mix. Now, I was promoting this webinar today, and I did it once this morning, and then I did it an hour ago, but you want to do a mix. Now, this was just kind of I thought a cool saying I wanted to put. And when I say 80-20, that was a blog post. I usually put my blog post every day. I don't usually, I do. This was one that another thing that I did actually, that was like last night. But do a mix of, I don't put, and I don't recommend you just take one of your business links that takes them, they're going to end up on a sales page to buy something. That'll really push people off your page. If you're going to put links, give something away. And I'm going to show you when we get a little bit more in this training, how you can give some valuable stuff away that people will see it and want to click and opt in, and you can generate a lead. Another way that I did it, I showed you what I did with that conversation. When I post something, if I'm not putting a link to a webinar, I put this, it's a branded domain name I got. If you click on it, I set up a capture page to my newsletter, and people can opt in. I put this on all my posts on Facebook, and then what happens is people I'm following or people that are checking me out, they come over and I get leads this way. It's a really easy way to generate some leads. You can get a domain name. You can Google GoDaddy for 99-cent coupon to get a domain name. It's really cheap. And I'm going to show you something I use this is a cool capture page. It didn't take me long. I got a tool. I made this. And you can do the same thing. It's another way of drawing people to you, and they're just coming over to your page. And you go down, you kind of see what people have going on their page. If there's something that you can comment on. Now, this is somebody else I connected with, and she just came over and said thank you. And what I normally do when I go through my friend request, I'll go to that person's timeline and just say, hey, nice to meet you. But you want to I go to some people's timelines and there's nothing on there. You want to show people that you're active, post, I'd say at a minimum once or twice a day. If you can do 2 or 3, maybe in the morning, maybe in the afternoon, at night. This is another post actually I did on Friday, but mix it up. If you go on, if you're on vacation or if you have kids or your dogs, people like kids, babies, dogs, and actually another thing is food. If you're out to dinner, I know that sounds kind of whatever. If you're out to dinner and you got a plate of something that looks really good, take a picture of it with your smartphone and upload it. I'm serious. People, I don't know why, but people like food. And then I'll go through my news feed every day and I'll look for interesting posts that have, now this, I know Curry, he updated his profile picture. He's got 30 likes on it. You can do the same thing I was showing you with the mutual friends. If you hover over, you can do that. And he's, I'm just going to like this and say, I'm going to say something like, you guys look alike. That's probably his son. You can go through your newsfeed like this and see, now see, here's somebody posting food. And I know her, and she usually gets a lot of, this has only been up for 13 minutes, but she usually gets a ton of posts. But she's traveling someplace that doesn't look like it's something I could go down to the restaurant in my neighborhood and get, but she's posting food. And just go through your news feed and see who's commenting and what posts there are. Another thing you can do is find, depending on your niche, find some of the big top earners in your space. And I'm going to go over, if you don't know Eric Worre, to Network Marketing Pro, that's his. Eric is the biggest name in this space. And you can see here he's getting close to 1 million likes on his fan page. This is a great page to come over. And if you look, he's got tons of, that's actually nothing for him, because I have come over here and he's had thousands of people like, this one's got 2.4K thousand likes. You can click on it. A bunch of these people I already know, but if somebody like him, think of some other people that are big in your space that you can come over to your page and do the same thing and just hover over. You can go through and do the following. The other thing that's good to do with this, if you go down, since he's got so many comments on this, look at the post and see if you want to leave a comment on this. He has the network marketing profession pays out approximately $2 million in commissions to distributors every single day of the year. Make it a time to take a closer look. And Eric is really an advocate for this space. And I could write, just write a comment here and say something like, hooray for network marketing. It's not perfect, it's just better. And if you haven't read his book, that is something that Eric repeatedly talks about in his book, but you can see all the comments and the engagement that he's getting on this. So
Hey,
this
Linda,
is, yeah.
If I can just add another benefit of doing some of the searches that you're doing,
Uh-huh.
to look up some of these people such as Eric, or even to go to Linda's page,
Right.
because people will say, well, I really don't know what to post. I really don't have nothing to write about. Well, when you're doing these searches, in your niche, and maybe it's weight loss, maybe it's just something a little more generic as network marketing, or very specific, Eric Worre, who's probably right now the father of the industry. When you read the post and click on some of the links, you're actually getting some content, and they might have a free report or a resource. Just go ahead and post that to your site. Hey, I read a great free report today. It was on home-based businesses, and this is what it was about. Because then you're kind of getting good ideas, and you're actually getting something of substance that you can create value on your Facebook page to engage the people that are coming to your site.
Right. And that's a great suggestion that Dale made, because you can see here, if you look down this post, somebody took, and I saw somebody posting this in one of the Facebook groups, a group I belong to, but Eric puts out something every day. He does a video, it could be mindset, it could be marketing, but, and there's a ton of that kind of stuff out there. If you find something that you want to share, go ahead and share it. I'm going to show you a way in a couple of minutes that you can give some free training and valuable content away that'll attract people to you, because the more value you put into a marketplace, the more people you're going to have coming towards you. And that's really kind of the whole idea, because I know I have access to and a bunch of things that I can give away for free when I'm talking to people. And when I talk about the groups, there are tons of Facebook groups. I want to show you, and there's different ways you can meet people in the Facebook groups. And if you come over here, I belong to a ton of them. The majority of groups people are spamming their links. If you're gonna, okay, this isn't working. All right, I gotta get back out again. Sorry about this, guys. I'm having some problems with my Facebook thing here. You don't want to, if you're going to use the groups, there's some more effective ways, and actually I could do a whole webinar on that, about the groups.
Linda, did we lose you? Okay. We might have lost Linda, but I'm sure if we did, she will log back in. But just maybe to kind of further her discussion along, groups is a very powerful aspect of really not just Facebook, but any social media platform. If it's Facebook, if it's Instagram, LinkedIn, Google Plus, because you can kind of do the same type of searches with groups, where you can actually go in, and depending on if you have an industry-specific business, where it might be weight loss, it might be energy, it might be a particular trade that you're involved in, whatever it might be, there's also groups on social media platforms, and you can begin to participate in those groups or become a member of the group. Yeah, Linda are you back on, Linda? She'll be here in a second. So again, it's kind of the same type of activity you have to have just on a group type setting versus what she was going through, and she referenced and it made an example with Eric Worre, individual stuff. And you can get the same type of resources and kind of develop some of your own valuable content from a group setting within the social media platforms as you can with the individual ones. Because one of the biggest questions I get is that, Dale, you know, I really haven't been around it long enough. I don't know what to write about. I'm not an expert in anything. And we all started there. And these are some of the good suggestions we're trying to give you to where not so much become an expert, but just develop some content that you can begin to post or share in groups or with other people that you may be following to try to generate where people will then come back to your site, engage with you, and generate a lead or traffic to your website. And I'm sure Linda will be back. I'm going to give her just a real quick text just to kind of see what happened. So bear with me for a second. But one of the main things with Facebook and any type of social media is engagement. It's activity. It's one of the necessary evils of our business. Whatever our service or our product might be, we need to be active with that. So we're not saying be active where you got to spend all your time on Facebook, but I think Linda alluded to, she spends anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes a day. If 10 minutes a day is what you have to offer as far as participating, then make 10 minutes. And if it's only 10 or 15 minutes, maybe not every day, but every other day, then so be it. The idea is just to be constant and be active with whatever time you have, and at least participate, you know, a few times a week. The more you can participate, obviously, the more activity you're going to have, the better responses you're going to have. Okay, her computer crashed. So I'm going to assume that she's coming back on shortly. I really apologize for this. She'll text me here in a second. So again, once you're out there, you're in the crowd, you've identified where your group's hanging out or where the like-minded people are hanging out with Facebook, go in and start to look at what they're talking about. Try to either comment, like that. And I know Linda had mentioned the word tag. Now, when I started with Facebook and I brought Linda on as a coach, and there's her response. She's trying to get back on. I didn't know Facebook from a library book. I was not good with social media, and I'm still not very good. I'm getting a lot better. I probably have a 6th grade education, ready to go into high school, but I'll be pretty good here in a very short period of time. You know, it's just, again, one of those things, and yeah, she's trying to get back on. So you're going to have to kind of bear with not so knowledgeable Dale as far as this this webinar is going right now. But you learn, and the best way to learn is to do. And the more you do, the better you get. And I'll tell you what, when I first started generating some of my first leads, and I got people to go into my opt-in page or sign up for my newsletter or actually opt in for one of my free giveaways, it became a pretty cool thing. Which just kind of incentivized me more to get involved with Facebook and some of the other social media platforms with respects to any of them. It doesn't matter if it's Facebook, I mentioned LinkedIn, or Google+. It's still the same type of thing. You have to be active in those social media platforms. You have to do searches either with like-minded people for your category of business, product, or service. Or actually, I really enjoy more of the group function. That's where I've been tailoring more of my activity into the groups, not as much as the individuals, although there's quite a number of individuals I do follow now, and I've got followers coming back to me because I've been able to provide some nuances to them with either a report or a strategy or something that they haven't seen or heard before. That doesn't mean they necessarily come into my business or anything, but I've engaged with somebody that is, you know, in direct selling, or they're into the same type of thing that I'm doing with online